EA Sports, always proud to bring you the National Football League as we join you from Northwest Stadium, just outside Washington, D.C. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Washington Commanders.
Matt Gay to kick off for Washington.
Here's the former Utah Ute, Matt Gay, to get this one started. And off we go in our nation's capital. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Colts. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Commanders nothing. Michael Badgley set to kick off.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Will take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here's Krosky Merritt to start the drive. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They work now on 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll run once more with JCM. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for it. Krosky Merritt. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. Daniels going to throw for it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
At the 44-yard line.
Throwing now is Daniels. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
That's another Washington Commanders first down.
To the air goes Daniels. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards there, just like last play.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
13 more yards. That's good for a Commanders first down.
On first down, it's Krosky Merritt. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Zaire Franklin. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Looking to put a drive together. Now Jones. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Throwing on second and long. Jones. He'll drop this down to Taylor. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession, as they've got it with a third down coming up. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing, Jones. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play there on the catch and run. 34 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Throwing on second and long. Jones. And that going to be taken in by Ashton Doolin.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on third down, Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a pickup of 6. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
And the Colts first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Commanders are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Intercepted. The Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's Daniels. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Colts will take over possession here up at the 44. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now Jones going to change it up here. Back to Taylor on first down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
From the 38, Jones. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. How to approach this. Third down and 16 yards to go. Operating from the gun, Jones. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Looking to throw. Jones. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. They'll look to throw now on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Second and 10. Back to throw again. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Badgley able to punch this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board. To throw is Daniels. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Daniels. He'll try and do this himself. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Michael Badgley set to kick off.
10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36.
At the 36-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Colts' 27-yard line.
Daniels looking to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Gain of 8.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Play action, now it's Daniels. That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's another throw that could have been intercepted. Part of this, you credit the defense. They've been really stingy. But he's also made some really questionable throws, and that's another one right there.
In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man, Samuel. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Second and 2. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. After the sack, 3rd and goal now from the 12.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Back to throw. Daniels. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Zach Ertz. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders have cut it back within a score. So it took them a little while, Charles, but now they have their first points of the game, and they come here in this 3rd quarter.
And more often than not, Brandon, when that happens, you find yourself down 21, 28 points and not really with a lot of hope, but with that touchdown, they're right back in this game.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
from the 29. Jones finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, Colts.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
A good action to this point in the third quarter, just a 3-point game, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. That is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Ashton Doolin, 64 yards. And the Colts are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Another extra point opportunity here. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Colts 17, Commanders 7. Mike Badgley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. He's got a man complete. Down to the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 81 yards. And the Commanders have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done.
Matt Gay to kick off for Washington.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. So from the 37, here's 2nd and 3. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out first downs, and that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. They run once more with Taylor. Now inside the 25. 82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right, where you are. That's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. Taylor will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
Jonathan Taylor, a touchdown machine. He's going to get plenty of looks down here near the goal line. So if I'm on defense, I might start getting prepared to see his number called a couple of more times.
Now Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. They'll try and run Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Colts will add to their 4th quarter lead. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Colts 24, Commanders 13. Michael Badgley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39. So solid starting field position.
39-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
A big play looming on 3rd down. Back to throw. Daniels. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
If I'm making excuses, and I am, sometimes the sun can be difficult on a ball like that. That looked like it was going to be right there, but it's in and out of his hands. And a potential big play goes by the wayside.
4th down, 10 yards to go. Daniels going to throw for it. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Two hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That's caught right side. It's Warren. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Tyler Warren, 35 yards. And the Colts have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the 1st down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Mike Badgley set to
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing now is Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Let's go now. Kevin Byron,
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On fourth down, here's Daniels. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Landover.